Now it's time for another segment of Chakotay's Odyssey, featuring the adventures of Janeway.
Okay, what episode are we on now?
Season 2, Episode 7.
We're getting into Season 2.
Parturition.
They have the weirdest titles.
Yeah, it's like part and then nutrition without the N. Parturition.
Okay, what
Is that a real word? I have no idea.
Not the way you're saying it.
So this episode focuses on two characters. Would you like to guess?
Taurus?
Nope, it's not a B'Elanna
There's
episode.
not much about her.
Okay, it's a Tom Paris teams up with Neelix.
Oh my god. They're way too much on Neelix.
Why is Neelix involved in so much in this show?
I know, like that's why the other episode, like later on, it got better because he wasn't in it as much. Why did they think they should have episodes about him so much? I just don't know what they were thinking.
So Tom Paris and Neelix are fighting over Cass.
Oh my god, so Cass was in it too?
Oh yeah.
But isn't Neelix and Cass, like, aren't they supposed to be
They're
together?
in love. They're in love. They were gonna have a kid at one point, but that didn't work out.
Can she have kids? Maybe they just lay an egg or something.
So apparently, this episode starts with Cass and Tom Paris in a shuttle.
Oh.
And
together
things aren't going well. They're gonna crash or something.
Oh.
Anyway, they're
Why
just.
is she in a shuttle? She's just like she has like no skills.
Yeah, exactly. Why would they bring her in there? Because she's in the holodeck and it's simulator. She's training to learn to use a shuttle.
They're gonna teach her how to drive a shuttle now. So she wasn't good at gardening. She wasn't good at medical.
No, she's still doing the gardening.
A shuttle pilot? I mean, oh my god.
Apparently she still helps out the doctor all the time. She's still the nurse. And she still grows all those vegetables as far as we know.
Skilled at age 2.
She's just got all the skills. And she's only 2 years old. So he was assigned to teach her how to use the shuttle.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And so they have to do all these simulations.
Just I don't remember episodes with Cass driving a shuttle anywhere.
Essentially, all the crew have to meet Starfleet requirements. So they all have to know how to do the basics on the ship.
Why are they teaching Neelix then?
Apparently he's not very good at it, and he's busy being a chef. Because he has to cook all day, every day, to feed the crew. That's his job. We constantly see him in the kitchen.
What one big pot.
I mean, even in this episode, Neelix gets upset, and so it looks like they're just eating pasta.
Yeah.
And so Neelix starts a fight in the mess hall by throwing pasta at Tom Paris. He throws it back at Neelix.
Yeah.
And then they start fighting. And all the Starfleet officers are like, yeah. But they have to, so everyone's just like, sure, it's high school again, right?
God almighty.
Fight. Right. And the reason they were fighting was Tom Paris is trying to stay away from Cass because he has feelings for her. And who does he tell about this?
I don't know.
His best buddy, Harry Kim.
Right.
Who he interrupts playing his clarinet for the first time we hear it. I'm like, oh god.
So fortunate.
And then Tom Paris makes Harry play the clarinet for him.
Oh god.
That's weird.
I thought they were into those sisters or something. Anyway.
So Tom Paris has been working too much with Cass. Now he's got an infatuation for her. Okay, he's got a crush on her, sure. So he's trying to avoid her.
Right.
So he doesn't sit with her in the mess hall. And then Neelix takes this the wrong way and starts a fight with him.
Okay.
And that's how the food got thrown.
Okay.
And it's not the other Starfleet officers that break up the fight.
No.
They're just like, whatever. We're bored out here in space.
Right.
So who breaks it up? They get a call on the comm badge from the captain.
Oh yeah. You're throwing that food away. It's wasteful.
So the first thing I noticed about Janeway this episode,
she's
got a new haircut.
Oh my gosh, her hair is always changing.
Well, it's been
Did it look better? Was it more? I like her with the bob. I think that looked better.
Well, as I'm watching it, what I'm thinking is, like, how would be the best way for me to describe her hair in this episode? And at first I thought it looks like...
See, most of the pictures you're showing have
a high school librarian. Okay?
Wow.
That's what her hair looks like. It looks like a high school librarian. Oh. And then I realized...
Our high school librarian was like an 88-year-old man.
It's like this.
Like
and then it's almost like this. I think
Bob.
that's a... Okay?
Let's call it Bob.
No, I think... No, it's more like this.
Anyway.
And then I realized, no, this is Dynasty hair. She's got Dynasty hair. That's it there.
It's not Dynasty hair.
So now we're on an episode of Dynasty, right?
It's not Dynasty
we're going to find out who shot JR. So,
No.
Here we go. So, Dynasty hair Janeway interrupts their fight, and they have to report to her ready room. Okay? Immediately.
Okay.
And they're like, does it have to be immediately? And she's like, get your ass here.
Right.
Okay? And so they show up, they have to stand at attention.
And they're full of food.
And they got food and pasta on them still. And she's, should I even ask?
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Should I even ask?
So
She's like, I don't want to deal with this crap.
How do they settle this whole argument?
So she sends them on a mission together, even though she knows they're fighting with each other.
Right.
She's like, I don't give a damn. Act like officers. Do your job. Get to work. And what is she doing? They have to go to this M-class planet.
Yeah.
Because they're running out of supplies. They're down to 30%.
They just threw all the food around in the lunchroom.
Yeah, guess they're just having too many food fights in the mess hall, right? That's the problem.
Really
so they haven't come across any M-class planets lately, so they haven't been able to trade or get any supplies.
It's a void.
So there's only this one, and they got all their sensors, which never seem to work, right?
Yeah,
are saying there's lots of amino acids and proteins in the atmosphere. Okay, that's great. Problem is, there's all these storms around it.
Right.
So,
it's like algae or something.
And there's some kind of noxious gas
Oh.
on the surface in parts.
Okay.
So, what are we going to do? We're sending Paris and Neelix. Get down to that planet.
Scoop up some algae off the rocks or something.
So, and even there was a joke because Chakotay makes a 5-minute appearance to deliver the news to Janeway about this planet, and stellar cartography, which maps out everything, have already nicknamed it Planet Hell. So she's like, set a course for Planet Hell.
Why not?
Because it's a miserable planet,
right? Is there some kind of weird algae they can scrape off the rocks to eat, or what?
Not really.
Oh.
It's I'll get to it, okay? This one's a mystery, I guess.
No.
So she sends them down. He has to take the show because he's the best pilot, and Neelix is the cook, so he'll know what's edible. Yes. Sure. He never seems to know anything. Okay, so they're heading down, and they end up crashing.
Had a tricorder.
They crash.
Oh, okay.
They crash. Some alien ship shows up out of nowhere and starts shooting at Voyager. I'm like, what's going on? Where'd that ship come from? The shuttle goes down. They're outside. Okay, they survive miraculously.
Right.
They don't have a scratch on them, right? And so they survive, and they can't be outside in this noxious gas that's on the planet, even though it doesn't look like there's anything growing on the planet.
Right.
It looks like a hellish landscape, and it's dark and clouds. So they have to run into a cave and seal off the cave so that the gas doesn't get in, because they're breaking out in hives. Neelix won't stop complaining about it.
But there wouldn't be breathable
also,
air
the whole time, Neelix is giving Paris shit.
Oh.
He's like, I don't want to be here, but I have to follow your orders. And he's just not giving an inch, right? He's just giving him shit the whole time, right? Even though Paris is like, come on, we got to get through this. Let's just be reasonable, okay? And not fight right now. And he's like, sir, I just have to follow your orders. That's why I'm here.
So, what's in the cave? Something to eat? So,
what do they find? What's in the cave? First, there's nothing. They have to heat up some rocks to stay warm. Then their tricorders say that there is life forms.
Those tricorders just don't work.
First it didn't work. Neelix gives them shit on that. He's like, I did check it. It said there was nothing. But now there's something, right?
Yeah.
So what do they find? Eggs. They find giant ostrich eggs. first thing I think is, get out of there.
Yeah, because
okay?
this is a cave. Also, you never run into a cave.
This was
unless you know
95.
something's
Didn't
in it.
these guys see any of the Jurassic Park movies? Get out of there. Jeez. So they don't do that. Instead, they investigate. And what happens?
Their tricorder should tell them if there's life signs.
Okay. The egg starts to crack. Then I'm like, get out, get out. I saw that movie Alien.
Right.
Guys,
Does
run,
it
run.
imprint upon them
Yeah,
and
there's
think
going to
it's
be like
their
some
mother?
hand thing that attaches to their face and puts an alien in them.
Yes.
Anyway, no, that doesn't happen. Instead, it hatches and there's this little lizard goblin there. Like, that thing is terrifying. It's
They're
disgusting.
gonna eat it or take it home as a dog.
Maybe they should have ate it. I don't know. Anyway, so it's a life form, and Neelix is like, okay, now we gotta look after it. Paris is like, we gotta get out of here.
Just
We
leave
shouldn't
it
have
for
been.
its mother.
Paris is like, we shouldn't have been in here in the first place. Neelix is like, nope, we have to look after it.
But it has a mother, or it's meant to not have a mother. I mean, if it's just a set of eggs, it
And
didn't,
they're
steal the
arguing
eggs.
about it, that maybe the mother can't get back because they sealed the entrance to the cave.
Well, they're gonna have to get out.
In the end, so the ship that was stopping Voyager, we
Yes.
think was protecting the planet for some reason because of the eggs there. Um,
The 6 eggs in a cave.
and they decide they have to wait. They're going to be able to get beamed up. So Voyager deals with the ships, and then we're going in. There's a window we can beam them out.
Yeah.
It lasts like 5 minutes. You know, there's a time limit on it, of
Right.
course. So they can get out, but Neelix has to make sure the baby gets accepted by the mother.
Right. Where's the mother at this
So
whole
this
time?
mother shows up.
Right.
It's like the most.
Just leave the baby in the
It's like the
nest.
most hideous, terrifying lizard creature you've ever seen. Okay? And on a pretty small budget, this thing looks terrible,
If
right?
you touch a baby animal, it's never good because then their scent is on it, and the mother will ignore it most of the time.
Yeah. Well, they had to get the
Not that Neelix
they
would
had
know
to get
that.
the baby goblin outside because it has to breathe in the all the proteins and amino acids in those noxious vapors, which
That
gives them a
sense.
bad allergic reaction. They break out in hives and they're really itchy. So
Okay.
it was a bit.
Seems like a lame episode.
So they wait for this terrifying alien to show up, pick up her baby. Okay, maybe don't leave your baby behind there, right? And then they beam out, and then they just go, and they're like, forget that alien ship. We don't need to deal with this crap.
Well, most lizards don't
So
just
I
lay
d-
eggs and leave.
so
anyway.
I don't think they got any supplies there, because I
No,
don't think they were beaming
didn't
up any of that atmosphere, all those proteins in the atmosphere.
That doesn't make much sense.
That's why the little goblin had to breathe it in.
Right.
That's how
It's
they.
in a cave. Okay. It made no sense by the sounds of it.
And that was another exciting episode of Chakotay's Odyssey, featuring the adventures of Janeway.